Hello and welcome to another Single 8 show, Half Hour, Power Hour. Your name is...
My name is Joseph Mills. Your name is...
The Single 8. And I'm sorry if I'm slightly unpleasant to hear this week. I got sick on Monday, so you deal with after sick voice with someone with asthma.
Well, yeah. How does all that play in your asthma? Like,
because
when you get a cold...
my immune system is altogether weaker.
I get that. But does your asthma kick in when you have a cold? Like, does it...
Yeah, it's harder.
Yeah.
Like, when I was younger, when my asthma was terrible.
Yes.
When I had a cold one time, I literally couldn't speak. And you guys were trying to get me to, and I'm like, it's not happening.
Yeah.
My lungs are focusing on breathing because...
They're a little bit busier on another topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, my lung can only do one thing. It can't put air back up for me to speak.
Yeah, and oxygen is very important for language to take place.
Yes.
But have you had, like, in a while, have you had an asthma flare-up?
Not really, because I keep on my inhaler.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Right on. Well, that's cool. Because I kind of thought that you had all that under control.
Yeah.
Under wraps.
But whenever I get sick, it's inevitably get work for a couple of days.
Yeah.
And working out becomes easier for a couple of days.
Afterwards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I get ready really easily because my lungs worked overtime for a good couple of days.
I bet so. I absolutely bet so. Yeah. I know that you do your evening and your nighttime, but I don't know that. I thought that your body kind of had all that under control, but I guess not.
Sometimes when I get sick, I need to do it, middle of the day. And
yeah.
With, 2 times day doses sometimes need to happen. Once in a while when I'm sick, need to happen a third time during the day.
Yeah.
But to make sure that I can get good quality breathing.
I remember the first time that you had, a horrible, visible asthma flare-up, and we took you to the emergency room, and we were sitting around trying to figure out what's happening, and then they sent you to a hospital, and the doctor came in and said, how long has he had asthma? And I was like, never. And we kept waiting for somebody to tell us what was going on. We were waiting for them to tell us you had asthma. And nobody, how long has he had asthma? I said, no one has ever documented for us that he has asthma. And then finally, a doctor was understanding what I was saying, and he said, hey, he has asthma. And said, okay, what do we do about that now?
Yep.
Yeah. But it was so scary because your first flare-up, your first really bad flare-up, you could not talk yet. You hadn't mastered language, the master oratory skills of the single age.
I'm getting the master. I'm still learning.
Yeah. All I could see is that you didn't feel good, and you were huffing it. You were trying hard to get a breath, and it was really just frustrating.
I had a really bad one in 4th grade that had burned into my memory off of no one doing anything.
Well, what do you mean? The nebulizer and stuff?
No, they didn't even have that.
At school?
Yeah.
What happened? You always had an inhaler at school. What happened? I don't remember this at all.
They basically went here's water. And I had to, physically slow down my breathing.
Okay.
To stop the asthma attack.
Yeah.
While it was going on. So I would basically, it was during PE.
Yeah.
My breathing started catching up.
Uh-huh.
And started becoming a whole lot harder. I was on the bench.
Uh-huh.
And then I had to move from the bench to, like, laying down.
So is this your gym teacher?
Yeah, it was.
Your gym teacher was a Dumas.
Yeah. And then when I got to the nurses, here's water.
That makes me really upset. And now here we are X amount of years later. And because I would have been in there screaming at them, what about this inhaler that is in his medical kit?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're okay. You're here podcasting.
Yeah, I'm alive.
And you can breathe today.
Yep.
But did you sleep a lot? I left you at home and I just went about my life because you're old enough to care for yourself now.
Yeah.
Did you sleep a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
I lay down. Because even when I'm sick, I can't fall asleep during the day.
Yeah. All right. So when I was a kid, the rule was chicken noodle soup and Price is Right. What is the stay at home sick remedy for the new millennium?
For me,
yeah,
it's like some fast food shit.
Fast food?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That inevitably ends up happening. Buffy / whatever my latest hyperfixation is.
Yeah.
And then drawing.
And drawing?
Yeah.
Well, that's not. What do you draw while you're laying down?
Yeah.
How you do that on your phone?
Yeah, on the iPad.
Yeah. Is that how you made the new line of stickers on the single H shop?
Yeah, we have karate belts now because I was bored during school and didn't have a lot of...
I was supposed to be paying attention in history class. I'll never know how World War II ended.
No.
And neither does our president. But at least that I've got a new line of karate belts.
No, like
Thank you for letting me get that joke out.
No, like I literally had nothing to do because I have no F's in any of my classes, so...
So there's sometimes that they have catch-up time?
Yeah, so I had nothing to do, so... Needless to say, I figured out the copy and paste section on Procreate, and that's how you have all the junior black belts because I was lazy and didn't want to redraw the base of it nine times.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah.
Say the name of the program that you use.
Procreate.
Procreate.
Yeah.
All right. So you know what procreation is, right? Yeah. But the name of that is
Create.
Space Create.
Procreate.
One word?
Yes.
It's the name of that art program is Doing It.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Well, speaking of doing it, where everybody has a beginning, they also have an ending. That's right. We here at Rolling Greens Golf and Cemetery want to be a part of the whole circle of life. That's right. We've got hotel rooms for you to celebrate the beginning of your new relationships. Here at Rolling Greens Golf and Cemetery, we don't ask questions. You want a room for all night? Have at it. If you just want an hour and a half, we'll look away. At Rolling Greens Golf and Cemetery, life can begin and end all at the same place. Where you were conceived, where you played the game of golf, and where you're left for your final resting place, we at Rolling Greens Golf and Cemetery have a place for you. Rolling Greens, make the place that you got your hole in one, or your hole in one, your place for your hole for one. Rolling Greens.
Literally, what the fuck, Rolling Greens?
That's the most risque of all of our Rolling Greens commercials.
I thought you were going back to the birthing lab for a second. I'm like, I thought we removed those.
We removed those, but since that they put up the hotels, we don't ask questions.
Yeah. We truly need to work.
We make more money on the hourly wage rates.
Honestly, probably though.
Yes. So anyway,
Yeah.
Procreate.
Yes.
Yeah. So did you design those belts? Like, that wasn't a template? You made those belts.
Yeah. I found like a photo that I designed. Like I did like a sketch over, but then other than that, I then kind of copy and pasted over that sketch a couple times.
That's okay. Your artwork is pretty awesome, and those belts were sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you are taking any form of taekwondo, karate, you might be able to find stickers for your current degree.
Yeah, I need to actually do the degree belts now. But that's going to be worse than the junior black belts.
Yeah, with the stripes and whatnot?
No, because it's like the base of the black.
Well, that's true. It's hard to get those colors through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
even though it's like yellow and black, it's still like, you have to show where the thingies are. I'll do it eventually. It will be when I have the energy thing. We'll have the degree black belts up, but.
Well, you've done pretty good with these. Let's go back into the history of the half-hour power hour for a minute. And the reason that we were called the half-hour power hour is that you were going to talk about Power Rangers on this podcast, and we actually have new news regarding the Power Rangers.
It's coming to Disney again. So, those who know Power Rangers know that there had been errors. There's the New Savan era, which is the era right before the Hydro era that we had, that we still technically have. The new Disney era is going to be a part of the Hydro era, but Disney had an era of Power Rangers in which my favorite Power Rangers in, which is SPD.
And what does SPD stand for?
Space Patrol Delta.
Yeah.
Because it was aliens. It was basically good Doctor Who. And it was
good Doctor Who as compared to bad Doctor Who?
No, it was basically the Madame Gaster era.
Okay.
It was basically like the aliens were visibly walking on Earth and no one cared.
Okay. It's just like, oh, look, there's a Vulcan.
Yeah.
Hello, Vulcan?
Yeah.
Hello, human. This is illogical.
Yeah.
So, do you know what this new series is going to deal with? Have they released any plot points, or are they just releasing that it's happening?
They're like releasing that it's happening.
Okay.
And it's gonna be on Disney Plus, so
we're
going to get some production money into it.
Yeah.
Like they had for Netflix for 2 seasons. But I'm sure Disney's going to want a little bit more of a say on it than Netflix did, but...
Yeah, so none of that diversity, equality, inclusion garbage.
Cause we had our first gay ranger last season.
All white male Power Rangers.
No.
Including the pink one.
No, you know what I mean. We had...
Yes, I know what you mean.
It was between our green and our yellow and our orange ranger last season.
They were gay ones?
Yeah.
Were they in love?
Yes.
Good.
And it was like a reasonable amount of highlighted too.
Did they
I would consider like that good representation. Despite the man who played Billy Cranston is gay.
Okay.
And he wouldn't. And like I am like now like headcanonized after knowing that. I'm like, okay, headcanon now. Billy's now also.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
So was the character gay or was the actor gay?
The actor was. It would never specifically stated. Well, he was in a relationship, but Billy can be bi.
Okay, so the character did not display gay representation.
Yes.
The actor was gay.
Yes.
Have they had a gay Power Ranger?
Yes.
Not the actor, the character.
Yes.
Okay,
We've had
who was that?
2 between in the latest seasons. It was between the Green and
Okay,
and Orange Ranger.
That's what you just said. So
yeah.
This is actually a third person that you're talking about. That was a gay actor.
Yeah.
That was in a straight relationship. You know, that's a role that should have went to a straight person. I'm just saying.
Well,
every time that Neil Patrick Harris plays Barney Stinson, that steals a role from a straight actor, and I will not have that.
Well, here.
You know, I can't even say that.
And it would like he got bullied on set for it too.
Really?
Yeah. The Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, that set in the modern era would not be tolerated.
Okay.
It would not good.
Yeah. Is he one of the original Power Rangers?
He was one of the originals who sticked around past Geo.
Okay.
He sticked around until Turbo.
Okay.
And then he left, and then he came back.
Was it his fellow cast members that bullied him? Or
it was crew.
The crew? Yeah, people would get fired over that crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now and that's why originally overpay, that's why the original Black Ranger, Red Ranger, and Yellow Ranger left.
Because they wanted more money.
Yeah.
And they said, all you are is a toy factory, so goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I will let off of that, and our real listeners can look up more if they like to. But let it be known, this is the half-hour power hour, so I can't say the word that I'm going to say. The set would fucked up. I will leave it at that.
Very homophobic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of other things. So...
Okay. Was there a lot of alcohol and cocaine and marijuana going around?
Racism. And...
So that's why the...
Oddly, no, the Black Ranger showed that. He chose to be the Black Ranger.
Okay. It wasn't... Okay. That's fair, because honestly, I'm kind of giggling a little bit, but I always had a problem with that. I always had a problem that the girl was the Pink Ranger.
Yeah.
And the African-American guy was the Black Ranger.
One of my favorite Yellow Rangers is a guy.
Yeah.
And the Pink Ranger was, V. I'm talking about Medkit for a second. Yeah. In their relationship with, good platonic relationship, that's just what the Yellow Ranger and Pink Ranger need to be. They need to be... I always think of them as, the platonic, slightly gay best friends.
Yes.
And very much, we are the allyship.
Right on.
For the rest of them.
So... I want to ask this question, and please don't email me at thesingleageshow@gmail.com or dwopodcasting@gmail.com and complain to me. Please don't. The original casting, the first Power Rangers, was the yellow Power Ranger Asian?
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm just asking that because I always had a problem with that. It was almost a stereotype of ethnicity, the colors that they had.
Yeah, but I know the Black Ranger picked his color.
Okay.
He had said it completely, a couple times.
Yeah, good. Okay.
Because he thought, it's not gonna make it easier for kids. This is a kid's show.
Let's make it easy. No, let's don't. But let's shake things up a little bit. Let's have the African American guy be the Pink Ranger. Because Pink's Bret Hart wore pink. That
Yeah.
Pink's tough as hell.
There's really, like, not a lot of... I don't think there's ever been a guy Pink Ranger. I don't think there's
And there
ever
never
been.
will, believe me, there never will be. And that's and it's actually okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we have had, like, Lauren Chiba was the first female Red Ranger.
Uh-huh.
That was only really around for 5 episodes
Yeah.
during the New Savan era of Power Rangers. Yeah, I know way too much about Power Rangers.
Well, and that's cool. Everybody needs to have something that they understand and they're passionate about.
I know.
Everybody needs that.
I know way too much about a lot of things. Like,
Well, good.
I know, like, a lot about Wicked. I know a lot about Mystical Feeder. I know a lot about Critical Role because that's been the hyperfixation ever since COVID. So,
You've gotten way, and I'm glad for that too. I'm glad you have all these things that you do well in, and you're also doing well in school.
yeah.
And that's all a parent could ask for. Yeah. Well, are we going to advertise some coffee today?
Oh, yeah, come and get your cup of roasted blue coffee down in Hatchetfield at Beanie Diner. Sing and die. I don't know anymore. I can't do the bit that I could normally do with it because of my voice, because I don't want to hear it. So
I was about to challenge you to start improvising your commercials like I do. You notice that my commercials are always different?
Yeah.
But then you couldn't even do the one that you always do.
yeah, I'm like, I can't do it right now. I
Yeah.
can probably do it in a couple of days, but I
Yeah.
can't do it right now. My voice is wrecked, so
Yeah, I get it. Well, you'll get your voice back soon.
yeah.
Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate.
Yeah, I've been hydrating. Proof during the podcast.
Yes, because you have to pee so bad right now. All that liquid's got to come out too.
Now I'm drinking water.
Oh, perfect.
Oh yeah, so we got Star Kids.
Do you want to talk about that in this episode, or do you want to talk? Let's talk about Star Kids next week,
Yeah.
and go through the
The tomfoolery.
the tomfoolery. Let's call it the tomfoolery.
Yeah.
Of it all. But let's go ahead and shut down this week. That was the Single 8 Show half-hour power hour for this week.
Your name is
My name is Joseph Mills. Your name is
The Single 8. Please have a great week.